So hello guys, hello. What's up? How you doing? I think today's a good day and let's see, okay? Let's analyze the market first. So right now we are going to mark down the previous week low. Today is the Thursday. Previous week low, previous week low. But before that I need to share this live stream on my Discord. So the people are going to get notified that I'm doing live stream. So okay. So if you see over here, we are still respecting this new week opening gaps. Okay, this is the weekly chart, so this is the new week opening gap. If it was the daily chart, then most likely it was the daily new day opening gap. Okay, so on a daily, we're still respecting this fair value gap. We have closed with a body, not with a wick, so we are respecting this fair value gap right now. If you see, this is the only new week opening gap I'm going to mark on my chart. Okay, and on a daily chart, okay, on a daily chart, we have a change in state of delivery. Most likely, what we are going to do, we are going to mark down this quadrants level, okay, and the 25% and the 00 is our the initial target on a 15 minute. Okay, so on a 15 minute, if you see, mm, okay, we are below the midnight and below the 8:30 also. That can be the tricky part. We have taken out this low, this sell side low, okay. This was also the major sell side liquidity. It was the old previous day's low because this is the Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, and Friday. So this low is an important one. And we also close with the body, and we have not made any wick. We have not made any fair value gap inside this range. So, and also I'm gonna see the liquidity on the RTH charts, and for now we don't have it because if you check this low, it has been already tagged this sell side liquidity. This is the RTS sell side liquidity. This one is the yesterday's PM session low. This is the only session liquidity I'm going to mark down. I'm not going to refer any other thing. And yesterday we was having the sell, we have taken out this low, but in a ATH chart we have already took it. This is the yesterday's PM session low, the one we have marked down. So for now we are inside this fair value gap. Okay, we can close this gap fully. Okay, and we also get a some kind of small type of reaction from this fair value gap and distribute to the downside. This is the 15-minute chart. Hello, good morning. What's up? Technically for me it is a good evening. It is 7 o'clock over here PM. I was checking what the ICT is talking on his live stream. Let me mark down the pre-market high also and the 8:30 high also. We do have the equal highs over here and the 7 o'clock high. I will like to mark this also. Pre-market high. This highs. Sync in a layout only. Okay. And this can be the short-term low. I'm from India, bro. By the way, my sound is really good. Now this is a really good company mic I'm using right now. It is a Rode one, and it cost me like in 150 to $160. In Indian rupees, it is 11,000 rupees. We have tapped to the 25% level. Okay, most likely if price is not stopping to this area, okay, then most likely we are going to break this low with the body and do the continuation to this sell side liquidity, initial sell side liquidity. And if you check the Nasdaq, Nasdaq has not taken out this high, but ES has done it. So it was the pre-market SMT. The interesting part will be the after taking out the sell side liquidity. I want to see how this fair value gap is going to move. If it made like an auto block or something like this, a change in state of delivery, then I'm going to target this low. Otherwise, I will just sit on my hands and wait for the more opportunity or more information. I will mark this as an orange only. Okay, so this is not a PD array. This is just an reaction one where how how this PD array is going to react once the fair value gap has been created. If I wanna do a short, okay, from this fair value gap to this low, I want something like a order block, at least a bearish order block. Otherwise, it is really hard to short uh, having equal highs. Okay, even though it is an SMT, but this SMT has not been created after the 9:30. That's why I am not trusting this fair value gap more. Okay, this is the really good fair value gap because it is also the pre-market low. This low has been created at 9:15, but the only thing is after the 9:30 we directly taken out this sell side liquidity. What market can take out this high and do the continuation to the downside, because the people, those who are shorting over here, they also want they should also get liquidated before reaching to this sell side liquidity. This is what I'm thinking right now. This high, okay, 845 high. So this high is on 830. So what I do, okay, I mark down the vertical line like an 830 to 930. So this is the 1 hour candle in our RTH, and this will be the uh, pre-market high. It is a minor buy side liquidity, okay, but the major high will be this one, the pre-market high. Most of the time, what the market is going to do, it is going to take out this high, and it can also do the distribution to the downside. And right now, if you see over here, this is what I'm saying, you guys are not paying attention. So over here we was having an 1 hour FEG, okay, this is the this is the balanced price range, and we do have the small fair value gap. I will like to extend this till this right side, and how the price action is going to go. Okay, why the, why this fair value gap is not visible on this chart? Okay, let me copy this and paste it. Okay, so we have flipped this gap, and also if you see over here that we have a big range, the small range, not the big opening range gap. We have taken out this sell side liquidity. This gap is almost how much points? 194 points. Okay, it is a big gap. 5-minute charts. Okay, and this is the RTH one. I want to see where this RTH gap is there. Okay, above this buy side liquidity, we do have this. Bro, waiting for the 5-minute to close, and then 5-minute OB will be confirmed. Then we will look for a short if we get set up to the. But the Mahesh, I don't take the setups before the post pre opening bell. I always look for the SMT after the 9:30 because this is where the most of the time the manipulation is going to happen. And also, if you see the 15-minute chart, okay, this is the 15-minute candle. You can see how after the 9:30 it started dropping out. I just want to see how this order block is also going to be. I think we should long for the look for the long. Yeah, we are also in deep discount, but the thing is, the draw on liquidity should be this low, okay? And we have taken out this sell side liquidity already. So this low should be the extended target, and we have tapped to the 25% quadrant level. But most likely, if we have a 5-minute order block at least, let's say if we have a order block at least or a fair value gap and that is respecting and we have inverse FEG, then it is good for the shorts. Today's trade plan, long or short? Rohit, I'm looking for a short. Okay, if I have a good order block, if there is no if the PDRs are not there, if the market is not showing me any signatures, then we have the equal highs also. If we don't respect this gap, it is going to be this high as a target, and the second target should be the opening range gap CE. And if we close the body over here, the third target can be this quadrant also. If we flip this gap, if we trust this, if we have a change in state of delivery till this low, then easy target will be this low. This will be the continuation setup. Yes, it should be the more than 10 handles. This is the small FEG. And we do have a small SMT. If you see over here, even though we have a we do have a SMT, but this SMT has been it has done his job already till the sell side liquidity. You can wait for the micro, but I will just wait for the more and more information. Yeah, thank you very much, bro. I'm still learning how to set up a correct live stream, so it is going to be good experience for you guys. We have a 10 o'clock news at new home sales. This is the 4 hour chart. Um, this is the 1 hour. Okay, on a 50% we do have a gap over here. It was an unemployment claims at 8:30, and if you see the pre-market has been expanded high. It has given the good expansion to the downside. The only thing we have the target as an opening range gap strategy. This will be the opening range gap CE. It should be the first target. I'm going to put a long, okay, on this. Once this fair value gap is going to inverted, it is going to be low risk, and stop loss should be over here. We have inverted this fair value gap, okay, guys, and we are going to target this pre-market high as in liquidity, and I'm going to put my stop loss over here and targeting this equal highs. This low should be hold because this low has been made inside this fair value gap, this low, and we have inverted this IFEG also. So we have done the manipulation to the downside, and this was the session liquidity, because if you see, this is the 915 liquidity, and this is an IFEG. Oh, on this low, bro, keeping this low over here. I'm living in Nasik, bro. No, I put a trade, a long on this IFEG, and holding my stop loss over here and targeting this equal highs. And also, if price is going to tag this high, then most likely the price is also going to tag this opening range gap CE. This is what I should target then as an extended target. And also this session liquidity. Let me check which is the this is the session liquidity. Let me check it on my RTH chart. So this is an old sell side liquidity, okay? So most likely price can rebalance till this low also, okay? Because we don't have a, because this is the equal highs. We have a manipulation to the downside, and also we have inverted this fair value gap, okay? This is the second signature. This IFEG is the strongest one, and this should be the, this equal high should be the first target, and the second target should be the opening range gap CE. And you can also look for the third target if the market is expanding to the higher till this high. And we was also having an SMT to the downside, but I'm not trusting the SMT so much, but this is the setup we was having. Yeah. Yes, already took a sell side, and also if you check the ES, okay, this was an ES. ES has taken out this sell side liquidity, and Nasdaq has not taken out. We was having a fair value gap also. On a 15 minute, I'm expecting some kind of buy side liquidity, at least the not a major one, but at least the minor one. And the opening range gap strategy, most of the time it is working for me. So the 70% of the time the market is going to tag this 50% zone at least. So that's why I'm looking for this high and this session liquidity also as in target. Can you please show the order on the trading view? I'm going to show you the order after the trade, but I'm telling you where I long everything beforehand. Where is my stop loss? This is the setup. If you see the 5-minute chart, guys, we do have inverted this fair value gap. We should hold this gap. We should really hold this gap. If the price is going to uh, if the price is going to create this fair value gap, then what most of the time what is going to happen, we are going to take a stop run and go up. Let's see. I'm not expecting this fair value gap should. I just wanna have this buy side. I'm still keeping this low as an stop loss. Okay, I'm not going to change my stop loss because this low is an intermediate term low. That's why. This is an ES and this is the Nasdaq. Price should close the body above this gap, okay, and take a support and go up. This is what I'm thinking. And we should take out this high and do the change in state of delivery again and push the price to this buy side liquidity and the equal highs. I'm going to put the vertical line, and we had a manipulation to the downside. We have taken out this sell side liquidity. We do have an IFEG. This is the easiest setup. It should work. Hello, what's up? It is a good sign that okay, the price is closing above this fair value gap. The main thing is we have to close the body also above this high also. We wanna see the expansion to the buy side liquidity. And also if you see the ES is also holding. This is what I'm saying you. I'm really good. I'm in a buy, okay? Looking for this as a target. I'm going to put an I over here. Let me see how much point it is. 96 points. It is really, and what I'm going to do, let's see how this fair value gap is going to invert. And this fair value gap is also going to be like an support and resistance. So what you can do, okay, whenever you have the FVGs that has been reacted, okay, and price has dropped or over here also dropped, if you see the inversion in fair value gap like this, if this fair value gap inverted, this is going to be the good support area also. Yeah, I'm in a long, I given the long over here, my stop loss was over here, this red line, okay, and I'm targeting this equal highs. If price is going to tap this area, okay, this IFEG, and if the price is not going to fill this gap, it is going to be a good move for this high and this high also. Let me mark the, yeah, I mean I have moved my stop loss over here on this 24,421. Let me mark down the range, okay. We have taken out this as an buy side liquidity, so this is our premium and discount. So this is the first high in a premium also, so price should take out this high. We have closed the body on the 25% quadrant level. So most likely, what is our rule for the opening range gaps? It is going to tag to the CE 50% of this opening range gap. This is the easiest pattern you can trade for the opening range gap. Let me mark down this fair value gap and this fair value gap too. I will teach you about this. I will teach about the dealing range again. Let me finish my trade and then I'm going to talk with you guys. What does the pre-market start? 7 o'clock, bro, Marcus. This is the 8:30 opening price, and if you see this level and the quadrant level 25%, see the reaction from this. What is the orange box below? Which one? This is the fair value gap, and this is the IFPG, and this is the second fair value gap in the range. Let me check. Okay, we have tapped the CE on this, so I'm going to book something on a ES, okay, on a Nasdaq side. If you see the ES, we have tapped to the CE, okay, and the Nasdaq has not tapped yet, but most likely we are going to target this CE only. I have taken out the partial over here, the 70%, and only the one contract has been left, and pushing till this high, the 24,526. Yeah, we have tagged our first area. If anyone is long on this trade, you have to book something at least over here. If the market is going to reverse, don't blame me, okay? Don't blame me. Today was the wonderful long So I'm going to share, and this is what this is all I have done in front of you guys. So you guys are not going to say me, okay, where was your stop loss and everything. I discuss the plan. I tell you, I'm looking for the reactions and everything. And this was the execution. Thank you very much, guys. And if you like this live stream, please hit the like button. Ankesh, I'm not providing any mentorship. I used to do the mentorship thing, but I means mentorship is the really hard thing for me because I'm taking money from someone else, and I don't know if the mentorship is going to it is going to be helpful for you or not. I don't know, right? I don't know what is your psychology behind the setups and everything. Yeah, but if I am confident about the mentorship, I will really do it, and I will introduce this thing on this live stream. And guys, please hit the like button. You guys are not hitting the like button. It is only the 13 likes, and I have given you the wonderful setup. I even tell you that you have to book something over here on this pre-market high. If the market is going to do the continuation to the buy side liquidity, it can go till this high also. You know, right? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. And if anyone is buying any account, you have to use the code as in PERK. I always press the like as an appreciation. Thank you, bro. Really, thank you very much. Once the price has taken out this high, okay, the high we have marked down the below after the 8:30 to 9:30. Well, I am using the Lucid, Shadify, and the MyFunded futures. And please, guys, if you really taken out this setup, and if you really like this thing, you can show the love on my X account also on the Twitter. You should charge for this last. uh, I'm telling you everything before, and there is look. If you are trading the ICT concept, you just have to check what kind of reactions and rejection you are getting from which levels. You always have to look for the higher time frame. Okay, my long was over here. You can see the long on IFEG. My stop loss was over here because this low is not a random low. It is inside the fair value gap. So whenever you have a fair value gap and the price has traded to this low, traded inside the fair value gap and have an expansion, this low is going to be the intermediate term low. I will wait for the more information, bro, because look, if price wanted to do the continuation to the downside, it can do. Okay, it can do because we still have this low, but the thing is we have an SMT also, and we also have this equal highs. It is the high we have made at 545. Okay, we can also reach out this high equal highs. So, bro, we have booked almost how much points? 94 points. And if you long with the three contracts also, okay, if you put the three contracts multiply by 94 multiply by 2, it was almost $564 a day. It is not a bad day on a one single account. So we are taking out some kind of support from this 25% quadrant level, and if we have an expansion, okay, let's say if we have an expansion, then the price can go to this CE, and if we close the body, then we can expect the full closure also. Because the thing is, this is the okay. I'm gonna teach you one thing that when to expect the full closure for the RTH gap. Okay, And also, if you see on this range, I'm still expecting the bullish momentum. This is the dealing range, right? And we are below, we should rebalance till this low, at least the PM session low. It is the 24,616. We want to see on a 5-minute candle that we have closed the body on this RTH gap CE. If we close the body, okay, most likely we are going to hit the buy side liquidity. And what you can look for this equal highs. This is what I'm saying, you guys. We hit this CE as in second target. Can you tell me which Lucid account to go for? As there are that. Okay, so if you are going for the Lucid accounts, and I if I'm going to tell you, there is an currently there is an offer is going on. You should select the Lucid Pro accounts. Okay, if you buy the three accounts, if you buy the three accounts, you're going to get a one reset free on a Lucid accounts. So I think you should go for the Lucid right now. Upstep is a great company, I'm telling you. But the only drawback is that they don't have a trade weight. That's why I'm not using the stop step, but I will use the top step in future. Can you please explain me the RTH? So the first thing is to understand the RTH. Okay. So guys, we have done the okay. So before explaining this thing, one trade, look, look, TP. Okay. Flex is good, but right now, if you it is the first time you're buying the Lucid, or it is a you already bought it. Okay, so you can try the rules. Okay, on a flex. Let me check the rules again. Okay, because I'm using the flex. Let me check the rules. Lucid. I'm using the flex account, and they don't have a consistency rule on a funded on a flex plan. On a top step, there is a consistency rule, right? Okay, so on a pro account, if you go for the 50K or 100K, let me check the funded rules. There is a consistency rule for the Lucid Pro. It is on 40%. Which plan you are using on a trading view? I used to use the premium, but right now I'm using the essential only because I'm using only the two charts. So I'm not in the mood to pay the extra $100. So uh, I think you should go for the Lucid Flex, but there is no consistency rule on a funded. Okay, there is no consistency rule. You shall go for this. Check this rules. Copy, paste it. So your max loss is a $2,000. Okay, when your end of the drawdown is going to stop after the $22,100. Okay, once you cross that line, then you don't have to your trailing stop loss is going to stop. It is not a trailing, it is the end of the day stop loss. Consistency rule is not there on a Lucid Flex account. You can go with the 4 minis or a 40 micros. I'm not using the mini right now. If I have a 150K account, Then I will go for the 1 mini or the either the 2 mini as per to my risk management and everything. The minimum days for the profit 5 days. Okay, so you just have to hit the base hits day to the payout 5. Okay, scaling plan, yes. After the taking out the 5 payouts, you're going to move to the live. So the key thing is on this plan that why the people are buying it, because there is no consistency rule on a funded. This is the same thing happen on a my funded features also. Can you please mark the CE which you use to second target? This is the opening range gap CE. It depend on a setup, because look, this setup I was so confident on equal highs and everything, right? So that's why I used to risk like an 200 to $250 to $300 on a per trade. Can you check the 1 hour? I'm going to make one video about this. Okay, so on a 1 hour, we do have the fair value gap over here. Let me mark down 24,559. And let me check the ES. Did we trade? Okay, so ES also have this fair value gap. This is the 24,559. I only use the micro on a 50k account. Bro, if you are going to use the mini, you at least have you should need like an 150k accounts at least, because usually your risk is going to be like an $400 to $600 or $700. I hope you understand this. And for the 50k account, you should trade the micro, because if you wanted to book a partial, you can do this thing on a micro. You cannot do on a mini if you are only trading with a 1 mini or a 2 minis. This is the 1 hour. This is the 1 hour fair value gap. Most likely, we are going to trade to on this level. And also, if you see the ES also not traded, and we have the equal highs. See, and this high is the 8 o'clock high. And if anyone is buying any account, you have to use the perk, right? Yes. This was the setup. Okay, I took a inversion long. My stop loss on this low, and my target was this highs, equal highs. Mahesh, if you have a really good win rate, then you should go for the 1 to 1, and you can risk like in $300. Once you have a good buffer also, then you can also risk like in $350 also, because if you're targeting to 1 to 1, it is the trade is going to be too quick if you are correct in a direction, and also the market should be also the good one. So okay, 1 hour fair value. Rohit, wait a second, let me check it. 917. Are you talking about this long, Rohit? Okay, so Rohit, if you're trading the Nasdaq, okay, if you're trading the Nasdaq, there is an one number one question: why I'm not trading post pre sessions? Okay, what is the pre sessions? It is the 7 o'clock to 9:30 or 8 o'clock, 8:30 to 9:30. So why I'm not trading those things? Because of these things. What is going to happen if the we have the news at 8:30, and if you have a really good manipulation to the downside, and let's think like this this 9:30 is it is as an 8:30, okay, and you have a good manipulation to the downside, and we have a inverted fair value gap, okay, IFG, and then the 9:30 is what the 9:30 is going to do most of the time. It is going to tap to this fair value gap. It is going to do some kind of manipulation over here, okay, and then we are going to have a continuation to the buy side liquidity. What is the function of the 9:30 open? To do the manipulation to either the buy side liquidity or the sell side liquidity. And where is the failure swings? This is the easiest setup you can trade. You just have to look how this fair value gap is going to trade. Look, for me, okay, if what I was saying you over here, if I was getting a change in state of delivery to the downside, I will target to this low, okay. But if the price is going to invert this fair value gap, I'm going to long, and I'm going to target this equal highs. So this is the scenario you have to put. If this happen, then you have to do that. This is the if statement, if anyone is a coder over here. uh, Rohit, you shall only trade after the 9:30 only. I only trade after the 9:30, even though if I know the where the market is going to go most of the time, I just take the trade after the 9:30 only. Do you take another trade if you win? I don't take another trade if I already win on a first trade. I'm just reading the price action for you guys. I have done my bachelor and master in IT. So the bachelor was in computer application and my master was in IT and my major was in networking. This one, Rohit, are you talking about this IFG? So this is the 1 minute IFG, okay, and this is the 5 minute IFG. This one. If you check this thing, okay, this 5 minute IFG, we have a on this level we have made the fair value gap over here also. What the market has done over here, we have tapped this order block and we have expansion to the buy side liquidity. Once the price close this once the price has closed the body on this fair value gap, okay, so I was having some kind of confirmation, but once we close above this, then the trade has the more energy, like, okay, we have did the market structure shift again, the change in state of delivery again, and we have inverted this 5 IFG. So why this IFG is important, I'm going to show you in a schematic. So think like this, okay. So whenever we have a fair value gap where we have get a reaction, this fair value gap, or let's say this fair value gap, we get a two reaction like this. again, and we have get the reaction like this. And if we have inverted that gap like this, so this gap is going to be high probability IFG. So that's why I'm telling you guys that you have to observe how the PD arrays are supporting, how PD arrays are reacting on those levels, and which gap you should mark. That's why this gap we have great reaction one tap, second tap, and also on a third tap we have a retracement, right? So once we inverted this IFG, it is going to give you the more confidence. Okay, the price is going to go to this equal highs and also the CE, and you can keep your one lot or a two lot for this high. For now, the price has already taken out the pre-market high. Okay, the major draw on liquidity and also the session CE. Can you clarify the PD array? What you mean by what? Which PD array? Do we need do we need to wait for the 1 hour FG to see? Okay, so if I wanted to test any level, okay, so this is our point of interest, right? This 1 hour fair value gap, this high. If I get some kind of reaction after tapping out this high, and we have like this reaction, inverted fair value gap, or a change in state of delivery, I will just check it how this PDR is working, and if you have a change in state of delivery in that range, and then you can look for this low or this low or the 50% low. This is how I look for how to identify whether the FVG and IFHC will surely work. Okay, so there are the two types of IFVG I am referring. Okay, so the first one will be the IFVG that is going to align with the session liquidity. So this low is not a random low, this is the session liquidity. Okay, because this is the 915 low, we have taken out the sell side liquidity and we have inverted this gap, so this gap become the IFVG. This is the high probability IFG. This is the first method I'm using. The second method I'm using, like, okay, if I see if I see the fair value gap that has been tapped and get a reaction, if we inverted that gap, then I'm going to trust this gap more. This is how I look for the IFGs. You can do it. You can withdraw max like in $2,000. If I was you, I'm not taking it. Okay, if I was having some kind of SMT, then I was preferring this gap and have a continuation to the downside. Let me check it. We don't have a SMT yet. And also, if you see the 5 minute, we just need a more information before long or short. Yeah, I wait for the more information, Varun. SMT is going to tell you the manipulation and the continuation, manipulation and the distribution. If ES was taking out this high and we was having a bearish bias, okay, the bearish order flow, so The Nasdaq is in distribution. The ES has done the manipulation to the upper side. I don't know. Because of the um, I think this price action is really hard, and right now I don't know how the geopolitical stuff is going to turn out, and I really don't know next month is it is a good day, it is a good month or a bad month. That's why I'm just scalping out and not holding a trade for a longer term. What I have seen so far that the sell setups are hitting the target fast as compared to the buy setups. Thank you very much, Varun. I think you just start watching, right? So can you help me to know the RTH and the watching? Yeah, how the live stream is. So if you see the how long you have been trading, I'm trading with the ICT concept for the 5 years. I started the ICT concept in March 2021. So Mr. Sniper. So this is the RTH chart, okay? And what is the interesting part about the RTH? We just have the two sessions. The first session is going to be the AM session, and the second session is going to be the PM session. So this session liquidities are the more important as compared to the London session liquidity and the Asia. So the most of the time what the market is going to do, it is going to rebalance to the CE, okay? It is going to tap to the CE and have the continuation to the downside, okay? Or what it can do, it can completely fill this gap till this low. So that's why you always have to book major part of your major part of your trade at a CE. And how I'm using the RTH, I just look for, okay, are we do we close the body on a 5 minute on a RTH? If we close, then we are going to target this high. This is how I also trade the RTH chart. The liquidities are the more important in RTH as compared to the ETH. This is what I think. So you will have taken out this sell. Yeah, if there was an SMT, I was taking out the sell over here. If price was doing like this after the 9:30 market, taking out this buy side liquidity and have the inversion over here and taking, and we also have the made the three drives, okay, 1 2 3 pattern, taking out the first sell over here, the second sell I will took on this IFG and look for this low as a target. If this thing was happening after the 9:30 immediately, like this sell, uh this is what I'm using. Just type the ICT org. I just use the very minimum concepts of the ICT. I also hardly use the new week opening gap or the new day opening gap. If it is so close where the price is trading right now, then only I am referring this levels. So to trade the NQ, okay, I always prefer the opening price, the opening range gap, and the PD arrays, and how the price is reacting on those level. This is what I'm looking when I'm trading the Nasdaq. And the session liquidities are the first priority for me to target highs and lows. If we have a change in state of delivery, then most likely it is going to do the continuation to the sell side liquidity. We still have the draw, okay. We have taken out the minor buy side liquidities. This was the minor. We have not tapped to this 1 hour fair value gap. And also if you check the ES also did not did it. Still don't have any manipulation. This manipulation is not the important one, at least for me, okay. So that's why I'm not interested right now, but I have done the game for today. I really wanted to create the video on my model. It is going to be interesting. We have inverted the 5-minute FEG also. Let's see how the price is going to react. You can look for this low. If price is going to drop, this low and this low. Let me check the ES. So we have disrespected this gap, okay, and we don't have any fair value gap. So most likely price is going to take out this low and have a continuation to the downside. And also if you see on a what is happened on a Nasdaq, we are taking the reaction from this IFEG, okay, and we also inverted this first fair value gap on a 5-minute. So the change in state of delivery has been done after that. Yeah, it is a high probability, Varun. This is how I'm trading most of my setups. You can go to the X account, okay, you can go to my Twitter account, and you can see. You can join the Discord, okay, those who have not joined. You can also ask the question over there, and I'm going to put the more information about the IFEGs and how to confirm the PD arrays. And I'm doing this thing in front of you guys, and it is a great experience also for me also. If I wanted to trade a sell, okay, if price was tapping to this fair value gap and giving me a change in state of delivery, okay, over here, then I was taking out this sell setup and targeting this low and either this low. This is what I will do if price was tapping to this fair value gap and giving a change in state of delivery. This is what the high probability change in state of delivery. This kind of see, there is no fair value gap over here, and also ES has not taken out this high. This is what I do. At I think I will, if I have 10,000 followers on YouTube, surely I will do the live stream with a camera, with a cam. That's why I'm thinking this most likely we are going to take out this short-term high, and if price is truly bearish and price really wanted to take out this low, then we are going to have the change in state of delivery after tapping out this fair value gap. This is how you are going to confirm. Yeah, exactly. For the change in state of delivery, or even if you wanted to look the continuation order blocks, okay, price should tap to this IFEG, FEG, sorry, or IFEG, and then you should have the change in state of delivery. If you don't have that characteristics, or that is not happening, then this is how you are going to see the move on this range, okay, on this small range. If price was tapping out this order block, IFEG, okay, FEG, sorry, okay, and we was having a change in state of delivery over here, then I was taking out the sell and targeting this low or this low or either this low. But over here we have unfilled gap. So if you have a buy side liquidity, most likely the price is going to tap over here, and if price really wanted to tap go for this low, then what is going to happen, it is going to give you the change in state of delivery to the sell side, and then you can target for this low and this low. This is how you have to come from the PDRS. You don't have to randomly short or long. Okay guys, you can ask me question on my Discord, okay, the link is in description. And if anyone is going to buy any account, you can use the PERK as an code, and you can also refer the Profam PERK website for the comparison. Okay, I'm going to close the live stream, and thank you guys. Bye bye, have a nice day. GG.